What's going on, everybody? I'm so excited for today's video. This is probably, actually definitely the most important video I've ever posted on this channel. So I've got a huge announcement for you guys. Yeah, I'm so excited. So without further ado, yeah, let's jump into it. So today I am officially announcing my own perfume brand. So it's called Vita Bella Perfumes, and this has been something I've been working on the side with the channel for, gosh, it's been probably over a year, maybe a year and a half, in getting this thing started. So yeah, I mean, the website's up, everything's up, and I'll throw links in the description. Everything's available for purchase. So I want to just run through it with you guys, tell you guys what it's all about and the products that I have. And if you're interested, go for it. If not, no worries. But yeah, just very excited. I mean, this is literally this is my passion. This is something I love doing, is the perfumery and collecting fragrances and making my own. And so now I've started this business where I can sell them, hopefully. So it's called Vita Bella. It means kind of the good life. It's Italian style perfumery. Yeah, it's been a huge journey so far. I have 4 main fragrances that I'm selling. And these are fragrances that I've made over the past, I don't know, maybe 7 years. And I just chose the best fragrances of all of them that I think that I've ever made. So obviously I like them. I think they're all 9, 10 out of 10 fragrances, but I'll go through them with you guys, and we can talk about the notes and everything and how I made them. So they're gonna come like this. These are 50 milliliters. Most of them are eau de toilettes. There's only one that's an eau de parfum, which is, where is it? Alabaster. So Alabaster is an eau de parfum extreme. And I really mean extreme by that. It's pretty beast mode. When I was showing some friends and family, they're like, holy crap, because they're not collectors. They're not into that whole, beast mode fragrance sort of thing. Alabaster, yeah, so it's an eau de parfum. This one is really focused on pear and vanilla. And tonka bean. So it's a total beast mode fragrance. I mean, projection would fill a room. Which I like. I think that's awesome. So if you don't, just go easy on the sprays. Maybe one spray will do it. So here inside the canister is the Alabaster bottle, right? As with all of them, it's going to have a magnetic cap. I wanted to make sure presentation, it's always important to me, as you've seen through my channel. So it's just as important as the juice that's inside. So I made sure to, shell out a little bit more for the presentation. I would rather, make a little bit less profit off of this sort of a thing and give you guys a good product, a niche fragrance at a designer price. So I made sure to get the magnetic caps. Freaking love them. And then, of course, we have our design right here. It's very long lasting because it's a lot more base heavy. I used a lot of coumarin, a lot of vanillin and ethyl vanillin, stuff like that. But it has a nice fruity pear note to it that I think makes it kind of more sophisticated. So this one is a unisex fragrance. Oasis and Alabaster are both unisex. So the ladies might gravitate toward this one specifically more than Oasis, but you never know. Just because this is on the sweeter side of things. So if you're into things like Ultra Mall, something like that, where it has that sort of that sweetness and that boosting power, that sexiness, this is more of kind of a going out fragrance, a fall winter fragrance. I don't think you'd want to buy this for spring or summer. Just because, it is a lot sweeter, and it is going to be a little bit heavier if you're wearing it during the heat of summer. So this is going to be more fall, winter, or nights out. So the other one that I just mentioned, Oasis, this is another one. And I'm going to make review videos where I'll do kind of an honest review. I'll talk to you guys about what I think are the pros and cons of each one of them. I'll release those eventually, but yeah, this is just kind of an overview and letting you guys know, hey, they're out there, go check them out. So Oasis is more focused on tropical, tropical paradise, right? So there's coconut in there, there's banana in there, isoamyl acetate, right? There's some nice banana, some freshness in there. There's fig leaf in there, a little bit of greenness, right? So this is technically an aquatic eau de toilette. but it has a little bit more of those solar notes, some of the salicylates in there, so it's almost like more sunscreeny, you know, so it gives you the vibe that you're at the beach or you're finding an oasis in the middle of the desert, you know, something like that. Oasis is slightly more versatile just because it has a little bit more going on. Definitely Tennis Club is just spring, summer. This one you could probably pull off in fall, the Oasis. So really like that one. It was really cool when I showed my family. I had some family and friends that I showed them all the little testers that I have of each of them. Pretty much everybody had a different favorite one. So there's something for everybody. And it's not like, ooh, this one's obviously the best fragrance out of all of them. So when you do buy them, I don't really advertise this on my website a whole lot, but I'll include little fragrance samples of the other 3 that you didn't buy. So that way you can kind of check them out, see if you like them, and you know, if you want to buy a whole bottle, go for it. If not, then you have a little, you know, little sampler of them. So yeah, so that's Oasis, you know, kind of a muskier, more aquatic background in there, a little bit of woods in there, but not as much as some of the other ones. So then I have Tennis Club. So this is a fragrance for men. This is an eau de toilette, one of the oldest fragrances that I've designed out of all of these. So I made this one, actually the original formulation was years ago. And what it's surrounded by, or what the fragrance surrounds, is sort of this vibe of being on a tennis court or in some sort of a fancier tennis club. So there's lemon sfumatrice, which is kind of the most high quality Italian lemon that you can get. It's an ancient technique actually. They used to express these lemons along terracotta slabs. Anyway, it's this whole process, but it makes it just so, the lemon note in here is freaking bomb. Love it. There's a rosemary note in there that I actually used natural rosemary in there, as well as some of the, you know, synthetics and stuff, but I used natural rosemary, which is usually a little harder to work with. So rosemary, lemon, and then freshly cut grass. So there's this smell of, and you'll smell it. When you smell it, you're like, whoa, there's some kind of grassiness in there, like you're on, you know, a tennis court, like on a grass court. So yeah, very fancy fragrance, definitely leans more masculine. There's ambergris in there as well. There's some of that ambroxan note in there too, heavy on the ambroxan. And then there's a heavy jasmine note in there as well. So some of that white floral in there. Okay, so last one that we're gonna be talking about today of the 4 is Uomo. This is the signature, Uomo means man, right? So this is my signature men's fragrance here. This fragrance surrounds the concept of cherry and oud, the mixture of cherry and oud. So it's not a super heavy, stinky oud. I tried to make it more of a mass appealing oud so that you're gonna get compliments, but you're also gonna have something that's very unique. To this day, I have not seen the combination of cherry and oud done. So usually when they do oud, you know, it's gonna be like oud and like some cedar wood or something like that, or oud and rose, something like that. There's no rose in this. This is fruity, but it's also oudy. It has a very strong woody note that lasts pretty darn long. I say that it's eau de toilette, but technically I believe I formulated this to be about 18%. So technically it's kind of like an eau de parfum. But I figured with my fragrances, I would rather over deliver than under deliver. So I'm not gonna say something is an eau de parfum or an eau de, pure parfum extrait or something like that if it's not gonna perform that way, and then people will be disappointed. Just because as a collector, I'm like you guys, I'm also a collector, and sometimes you'll get a fragrance and they'll say, oh, this is eau de parfum, and you're like, wow, this is the weakest thing I've ever, this feels like an eau de cologne. So Uomo is a great kind of all-around fragrance. I don't think you could do this in the heat of summer, but it is versatile enough to wear in spring. So I wanted something that was an oud fragrance that had a little bit more versatility, because I feel like a lot of these ouds, they're not as versatile. They need maybe something a little more fresh in them. So it has that juicy cherry in there and some black currant in there as well. Which I used Damascus beta among other things, but yeah, so it has this nice rich black currant. So my whole thing is niche fragrances at a designer price, so they're going to be starting at $80. Sometimes you'll find sales since you guys are my subscribers, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys supporting my channel throughout this whole thing and just throughout the entirety of my channel these last couple of years. You guys are awesome. So I'm gonna have a 15% off discount code. It's code subscriber. So I'll put it up here, or I'll put like a link or something like that in the description, just because I wanted to throw a little discount to the subscribers more than anyone else is getting. So anyway, I tried to make performance, keep performance real nice and solid. Probably the best performing one is going to be Alabaster. Tennis Club is pretty solid, but again, it's a little more top heavy, so I would say this is moderate longevity. Oasis is decently long lasting, so I would say moderate to long lasting, and then Uomo is moderate to long lasting. But you're going to get the most performance out of this one as far as projection goes when it still has that fruity cherry note in it. So yeah, super excited for you guys to check these out. My website is up, so I'll put links in the description to it if you want to see that. I did all the product photography myself, so if you like the product photography for it, that was me. I'll put little pictures up of the process of it. But yeah, it's just been, it's been a long journey doing this whole thing, and talking with factory reps over in China where I'm getting the bottles made, and then everything is made here as far as the fragrance goes and the bottling and all that stuff. So I just needed containers for them. The containers are pretty sweet, in my opinion at least. So it's going to look like this, sort of a canister. You pop it open. On the side I have a little QR code, so you can scan it and it'll show us our website, or it'll show my Instagram for Vita Bella. And then of course I have my principal display panel back here with all the ingredients and blah blah blah, and the fire flammable stuff like that. So yeah, if you do end up ordering, it's through UPS ground because it is flammable stuff. So it might take a little bit longer, and just remember, this is small batch niche fragrances. So please give me a couple of days so that I can get your order all ready and send it out, because literally I'm making these pretty much to order. I make a small batch of them, maybe 4 fragrances worth at a time. So this is truly handmade, this is truly niche. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm very excited. Stay tuned. I'm gonna do review videos of each one where we go really in deep on each one, in depth. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.